We were trying to make it the law. They were trying to make it their witch. And they don't have that right. Because if we were to obey the law that we, through His Royal Majesty, enacted, then they would have done our. So they became a gross insubordinate to the traditional of Akweya and the insubordinate to the decree of His Royal Majesty. And I will not allow such things.
Hello and welcome to Akweya Language on Akweya TV. My name is Lucy A. Ms. Ikoku. Good morning. Ba nomi. Repeat after me. Good morning. Ba nomi. Hello. Welcome to Akweya Language Lesson on Akweya TV.
Recently, concerning the crisis of whether a particular family was to go and bury their mother or the wife in the husband's place or not, they came to you for permission. What was your response then?
Well, the family of late Orgah, the children came. Before they came to me, they've been having series of meetings with the mother client. You know, the mother, according to the culture of Idoma, we have the matana and then we have the patana. So the patana precedes the matana home. So the patana of the mother that they were advocating to go bury in their father's house, which is the husband. They met with them. They are from Ochobo. Ochobo is not Akpa. So they have series of meetings. According to them, they undoubtedly told me they've met more than 3 times. So coming to meet with me was the 4th time. What was their reason for not coming, or what was their reason of attempting to bury their mother in their father's place? I asked them the questions. And then I asked the father, okay, now that you people have had your children saying they are going to bury their mother in their father's place, what is you people's response? So I placed the 2 questions before the both of them for me to know the weight, the gravity, why the father people are insisting no, and why the children are insisting we will, wait or wait out. So the children told me it was their mother will. They used the word, capital word, will, W-I-L-L, which it is by the approval of the law, is someone's choice documented by an attorney to say that this is my will, that if I die, bury me here or bury me there. So when they say that, they say the mother make that claim. And the father, which is the paternal of the late mama, say that we were close to your mom than even those of you people children. And she never uttered such words to us. So what were you people envisaging? They said they were not looking at anything more than they want to bury their mom in their dad's place. So when I look at the argument, okay, your paternal people, what is the reason? Because this reason, their reason is also correspond with the new law, the new decree of the Ochidoma and the Doma Area Traditional Council, which I am part of. I was part of the decree because I was there. The whole question was asked and everything was done in my presence, and then I am a contributor. So I cannot destroy or become insubordinate to a law I enacted or we collectively enacted, because Ochidoma is just the announcers. So we looked at the whole thing and I said, okay, now that there is an argument on these matters, they should come back the following day with the complete number of the children. The children all came. Mama is to be buried on the 6th of February. So, okay, let's just look at it because there is still a time. And then I asked the Papa, they said, Papa now told them, the paternal people now told me, the first thing that they are not in support of, number one, I, the district head, since the announcement, I have not called the Akpa Area Traditional Council to authoritatively made known to them the decree. I said, but I thought that everybody had it. They said, okay, I don't need to think. I need to implement it because they are sojourner. Their mother came from Akpa. They don't have a decision to legislate anything whatsoever. Akpa Traditional Council decision is their will. I said, that is a very fantastic people who really love this thing. Okay, you people should go and come back the next day. So they came back the next day. All of them were completed except one that was not feeling fine. Then I asked them. They repeated the same thing. And they said they went and get some statues of Mary. And this is what their mom says. I said, everything together. I looked at them and I discovered 3 things from the children. And I discovered 3 things from the parent. The parents say all the Ochobo that has ever lived in Akpa, Akpa Traditional Council gave them a place where they can bury their dead. They don't have a legitimate right to determine whether to change it now or not until the Akpa Traditional Council meet to decide on that. It is their decision they will follow. Then I had to pause the meeting, call the Akpa people, meet with the Traditional Council. Okay, what do we do? They say, yes, Ochidoma have said it. But they are not Akpa per se. And this is Akpa land. If we bridge that now, the whole place will be scattered. And the burial will no longer be simultaneously as it has been from the beginning. Father, mother, brothers, children, everybody were buried in the same place that we allowed them. I said, okay, when I look at the complication, because I will not in any way becoming subordinate to the decree of His Royal Majesty. I am unwavering loyal to his actions and everything, provided it's in line with the benefits of Idoma as a nation.
It's okay. I thought that the decree of Ochidoma prevail over every part of Idoma land with immediate effect. And then secondly, so I thought that with that, you will just allow them to at least do that. But was it the reason, did you stop them because of the digging of the grave, maybe inside the room? And
no, like we said, if this thing will work, because the law Ochidoma enacted was for the building of Idoma nation. It's not a law to disintegrate the unity of Idoma. It's not a law to break our standard of living. It's a law to unify us. It's a law to give right for both genders. It's a law of equality. It's a law of orders, respect, and then the law for one simple thing that he always emphasizes. We must stay for justice. We must stay for fairness. and must stay for equality. That was the purpose why the law was enacted. Now that decree, what was coming wasn't what we, the Idoma Traditional Council, said. What was coming was the will of the children. I saw force in them, because this is what I told them. I said, now it is like this. In order to make it work, because we are the one with them, in order to make the law, uphold the law, present it to them as a factors of what we stand together with, they look at it as if we are not supposed to tell them anything. They know what to do, how to do it. So our counseling was no longer profitable. This is the three way I counseled them. Your mother is a Christian. I will accept it because you people are not by birth Akweya. You are not by birth Akpa. So you don't take that decision. And we are not trying to be insubordinate to the decree of the Idoma Area Traditional Council. We are trying to see what we can do at the pace of the Akpa Traditional Council to allow this law flow for everybody benefit and for everybody understanding. Now, when we told them, I said, okay, now your paternal home is not Akpa. Your maternal home is Akpa. And maternal does not talk much about these things. Your maternal home, which is Ifogwa, and your paternal home, which is Ochobo, you people should go and meet your paternal and your maternal, so that it will not look like we are trying to background what was at the cost of your choice. But let it not be that it is now by the standard of the Idoma Area Traditional Council that we are doing this. Okay. Not you people power. Not because of your influence, not because of your affluence, not because of your credibility, not because of your networking, but because it is a decree from the Ochidoma. But we discovered that the Ochidoma decree was not the reason they want to do it, because this decision has been passed before the decree came. The decision has been passed before the decree came. And then along the line, when we were trying to discuss, I was trying to discuss with them, I discovered that they also have dug the grave inside the house against the witch of not only Akpa, against the witch of the entire Idoma. We don't bury people inside house. We believe that when somebody is sick, like insanity, or somebody has a leprosy, or somebody have one kind of terrible, incurable diseases that is completely unmovable, when it died, Idoma people say they will fall the building on top of the person. That means after burying him, nobody lives there. Home is home. Home is not burial ground. And I will also remind you, in addition to the decree of burying a wife in a husband's house by the Idoma Traditional Council, which we stand on, we say they must not bury in the house. Every other tribe, every other language, every other culture in the Idoma nation that does that has withdrew. We are to bury outside, because when you bury it inside, we don't believe in that.
Burying inside the room.
Burying inside the room, we don't believe in that. So I told them, I said, you people dig your mother grave in your house, in the house. I say, go and cover it. Go and cover it and bury your mother in her compound in Otobi. I can approve you burying your mother in your compound or burying your mother in the church, because where you people are taking her to go and bury, you are going to bury her against the witch of the Idoma Area Traditional Council, against the witch of His Royal Majesty decree that we don't bury inside. For that alone, whatever we do to prevent that burial not to happen, I will do.
You are having a business meeting and suddenly your screens go blank and vulgar contents pop up on your screens and that of your audience. This will not speak well of your reputation. So it is important to not be careless with security matters when it comes to hosting your virtual meetings. Determine if you want to share a pre-registration link. If not, have a password and share so that your guests have to stay in a waiting room to be screened before entry is allowed. You can also use both pre-registration and deploying the waiting rooms. You are just making sure your meeting is secure. On platforms like Zoom, you can also ensure that participants are logged in before they can join your meeting, and that means they have to register for a Zoom account before gaining access. Your reputation is key in your business journey, so keep it safe when you host your virtual meetings. Stay tuned for more comms, tips, and tricks from ISO Media, and don't forget to kindly follow us on all our social media platforms at ISO Media, and then you can share this content with your friends and professional colleagues who need these tips and tricks.
So, okay, finally, there was some tussles on the way that day because they had already moved from Otukpo and were carrying the corpse. They knew that they were already going to Adim, but they were probably waylaid on the way. And the allegation is that you sent your boys and ordered that tussle. So, what do you say about that?
Well, like I said, when I was having this discussion with them, I had the discussion with them in an open space. It was not an indoor discussion. It was an open space. As I was talking, everybody had it. Like I told you before, we were trying to make it the law. They were trying to make it their witch. And they don't have that right. Because if we were to obey the law that we, through His Royal Majesty, enacted, then they would have done our. So they became a gross insubordinate to the traditional of Akweya, and the insubordinate to the decree of His Royal Majesty. And I will not allow such that. Because I told them that they should go and redig the grave. If they want to do whatever they want to do, they should do it outside, not in the inside the room, not inside the room. They should dig the grave outside, not inside. We don't accept that. But they went ahead, they kept quiet. As I left, I called the third class to just try to see what they can do for these children to understand that there is a difference between witch and will. Your mother is a witch of your mom. But what is the reason behind them going to bury their mother in their father's house was a complete issue that we cannot. And do you know something? King does not make people. People make the king. The elders, they will not object whatever I say and whatever the Ochidoma. Like I told you, we have an unwavering commitment and loyalty to his decree. And whatever he say, Akpa, back to Chidoma, 100% is our king, is our father, is our mentor, is the icon. We believe is the icon of our own era, our generation. So we support him with our full flesh, with full force. But the step of this, my children, wasn't correspond with what is, but what they have made up their mind. Because if it is with what is, it would have been an ambulance. But to know that whether we say yes or no, they will do it by force and by any means necessary. That was when I was hearing from where I was that soldier came, police came, civil defense came, vigilante came, and also road safety came. Why mobilizing all that? It's a simple discussion. They never went back as I instructed them to have that discussion, because they have their plan set that whether we like it or not, they will do it and they will bury their mother inside. I make the call that should not allow their mother be buried inside. And for them to have refused it, they have completely torn down the rules and regulations that we have put together to make it as a decree to galvanize the free flow of the relationship between maternal, paternal, and husband that we, the traditional council, have already agreed on. So I made that call. They should not, and if any police officer or any military officer want to argue, they should ask me. And the traditional council went and they talked to them. They talked to them by themselves, and the military officers and all the people they went and invited decided to return back. So this is pure traditional. We are not trying to change, but the mission and the mandate behind their actions is still up to tomorrow unequivocally acceptable by Akpa Traditional Council. We don't accept, and we are going back to it.
It's okay.
Because if they are coming and they are bringing soldiers to come and kill us,
Okay.
bringing everybody to come and make us believe that we are nothing.
It's okay. I think the bottom line at the end of the day is to ensure that there is peace. And that's what you stand for. So that is that.
The mother has been buried, and she has been buried in the church.
Yeah.
Thank God for that. But we, the Akpa Traditional Council, well, we need to meet so that this kind of thing will not happen.
It's okay.
The community have a home, and everybody living with us must obey us as we obey the Traditional Council of Idoma.
It's all right.
So we must be obeyed.
All right. Thank you. Agabaidu.
Thank you.
Africa, my Africa, Africa of proud warriors in ancestral savannah, Africa of whom my grandmother sings on the bank of the distant river. I have never known you, but your blood flows in my vein.